What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dan Banks, aka DJ Fine, CEO of JTU. We are Jersey Magazine and Jersey Diamonds. I'm here with my homie Chris Cross.
What's going on?
Chris Cross in the building. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a great interview. Get to know this young man. He has a lot of talent. He's got a lot of things coming out. Broken Promises is out on all streaming platforms. The video was dope, lit. Make sure you go check that out. I know you're at home right now, so go check it out. And, you know what I'm saying, got a lot of things to talk about. So let's get to know Chris Cross a little bit more.
Get to know me.
You know what I'm saying? So, obviously, we got to start off with the facts. Chris Cross, you know what I'm saying? So, you were big on basketball, right? So, you've been doing basketball your entire life. Tell me about that journey, about what made you continue that aspect now into your music, even though you haven't been playing basketball for a little bit now. So, talk to me about the passion behind basketball and how you now transfer that into your music.
Well, basketball been with me since day one. You know, that's what my first love, my first passion was. You know, that's how I got my name.
Yeah.
I came out playing basketball, crossing people on the court, and the whole city know me because of that. So, that me transforming into music, I had to tell my story. From basketball.
That's dope. And now with basketball, now, what actually made you stop doing basketball and then start pursuing music full time now?
You know, when you get to college, everything changes. Like, at first it was real fun for me being in Iowa when I went to my first junior college. I got a scholarship. I ended up going to Mercy College. We had a great team. The coach just took the fun out of you, you know, like, and then after a while you just like, you don't want to go to practice. You don't feel the same way you did when you was a kid, when the same stuff, like, it's just the vibe just started turning me off. So I just started writing music about it, and I ended up telling the coach I quit. Like, the end of my junior season, I didn't want to return, even though I was on the floor ride. And it was hard telling my mother that. She didn't want to hear that. You know, I'm going to school for free, but I just had to do it myself. If I'm not having fun, I ain't want to do anything.
And what is it like now, leaving one passion and then finding a new passion in music? Because you were saying, like, once you started doing music and getting real active and seeing the feedback and everything, you found a new love and passion, like you were playing ball. But now you playing ball is not playing with music. So now tell me about, was it like finding a new passion in the music? Like, was it easy to do the transfer, or was it like kind of a hard transition? Like, how was it?
At first, you don't really know how it's gonna turn out. You know, you just doing it as a hobby. But then you continue doing something, you're gonna get a love for it. So I'm starting to feel that same joy and passion that I felt from playing basketball. Like, I get that same feeling recording a song in the studio as if I'm scoring 30 in the basketball game. I remember telling my bro, like, I was asking like I kind of feel that same difference if you compare the two. Like, I don't know, I just get that feeling. Like, it makes me just as happy now, and I'm glad I found it. I think it's dope.
So now you were saying that obviously with a sport like basketball, it's an expression, it's an energy, it's a feeling. You're making buckets. Now, what is it like with the feeling behind music, being able to express yourself verbally versus like not talking on the court?
Put it this way, it's like me discovering new sounds. Like, you put the tune on your voice, I'm playing around, I'm harmonizing, I'm finding new melodies and stuff, and I don't know, that just gives me a happy feeling. Like, I'm finding myself. It's like making a new move on the basketball court. Like,
that's dope. I like how you put that together. That's dope.
That's exactly how I feel. Like, when I'm recording, I just keep finding new ways and hearing a new sound, and I didn't know I had any.
Yeah. And now, obviously, it was easy for everybody to identify you as Chris Cross. So even when you put it into your music, it was just easy, like, oh yeah, we already know what that is.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as your fans go from basketball to music, like, what was that like? That transition, like when they saw, like, all right, so he's not doing basketball anymore, but now he's doing music. Like, how was that for your fans? Like, that transition, was it like, were they accepting of it, or was it something that they were like, all right, okay, now I get it? You know what I'm saying? How was that for them?
Well, most of them ain't probably know that I could do this. Like, they ain't know that I could make songs like this. Like, only people that probably know I was writing like this was my brother, my cousin, you know, people that's really close to me.
Yeah.
But as far as like people in the city know me for playing basketball, they didn't realize it until I started dropping like freestyles on my Instagram, like snippets and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be like something that's going viral, like the So Going Challenge at the time. Or I did a Herbo, I did a G Herbo, a song that went viral with G Herbo. I did the Tatiana challenge.
Yeah.
And I'll just post that on Instagram, and then everybody be like, they'll be shocked, like, I didn't even know he could do this or whatever. So then that was good. Like, when you see the feedback, everybody, like, they see what you're doing, you got going on, you just want to keep pushing forward with it.
And it obviously makes you continue to fall in love with the passion of music.
Exactly. Like, you showing your talent, and then people acknowledging it. Why not?
Yeah. Now, you've even gotten as far as in depth to showing some of the vulnerability in your music. So now let's talk about Broken Promises, right? So Broken Promises, you were telling me it had to do with a relationship, and you have no problem expressing it. Why? Because it's something that people can relate to, right? So now tell me about what pushed you to actually show that side of yourself, to where you were like, you know what, I went through something. A lot of people go through things, but this is my story. This is what I want to tell people.
You know, one thing about me, like, I'm not gonna hold nothing in. I'm gonna express myself. I'm gonna vent. I'm gonna act like it's a journal. It's a diary. So, I found I usually like make a song by going on. You know, it's hard when you start from the bottom. You don't got a producer making a beat for you. So I'm typing in type beats on YouTube. I hear a sound that's like a venting sound that I can make a song through. So I end up like, I'm going through this situation right now that turned sour, and I might as well make a song about it. So let the time go by. You know, I end up making a song, and I know people gonna relate to it. Everybody had their own relationships. Everybody had their own heartbreaks or whatever you want to call it. Like, so I'm gonna let you hear my story. What happened with me? I mean, this is just one other bunch. I got a bunch of heartbreaks on, you know. So I'm like, why hold it in? I end up being at the studio recording on snippet, and then because I wasn't even gonna release the song, you know, I wasn't gonna release it. That's just something for me to just get it out, just let my feelings out. I don't got nobody else to tell it to, you know. But when I posted on Instagram, everybody was giving me feedback saying, when is it gonna drop? And I end up getting the cover art for it, like.
And that's a couple with the mirror, right?
With the mirror, yeah. So
I was actually gonna ask you about that. With that kind of an expression, so you're looking in the mirror, and then the girl's right behind you. So what was like that image when you first like saw that picture, and you knew that has to be the cover?
Yeah, this had like it's basically me looking in the mirror, like disappointed in myself for trusting another girl, like believing in what another person tell me, and then the girl just behind me, like she got control of my heart, basically. Like I'm looking in the mirror, like, and reflection of myself, like, damn, like this, I done let this happen again. And it's literally what the title is Broken Promises. Somebody promising you something that they ain't meant to be kept. They ain't holding on to their side of the stick.
Yeah, that's fire. This guy has a lot of talent, man. I'm telling you, like, just being able to express yourself like that, it's tough.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that cover art by itself, it just told the picture, and then now you got the visual to it. So tell me the concept with the visual behind it. Was that something that you came up with, or was that something that you kind of let the director listen to the song and then they started finding ways to put it together?
It's something I came up with. You know, my cousin, he my manager. He had a good idea. We go to Hoboken. We saw this nice street, this nice view and stuff. So it felt like a lot of the street had a lot of pain behind it through the background. Yeah. So we had a good. That was my first music video that in 100 apiece shot it. So.
Definitely. Shout out to him. That's dope.
You felt like that would be good scenery, and you know, I'm new to it, so that's my first music video, like I say, and
it came out.
It came out. I wasn't even, like I said, I wasn't even gonna drop the song, but it's funny how one thing just leads to another thing, and now it's on YouTube. Yeah. So if you ain't hear Broken Promises, it's on all platforms.
Check it out.
And go on YouTube and keep running the numbers up.
Definitely. Now, during this time of whatever's going on in the world, right? Tell me, what is it like to continue to still write and pursue music even when you gotta take a step back and just relax for a second? So like, what goes on in your mind during this time of I really want to be in the studio, I can't go there right now because of what's going on in the world, but I'm still writing, I still got this passion. So like, what kind of goes in your mind as an artist during this time?
Well, it's important to like stay productive. Like, you don't want to just let one thing just dictate the rest of how everything's going. Like, you got to still keep creating ideas in your head. Like, right now, I just I end up making a track list of my mixtape. You know, I probably like, it's just stuff that's when situations happen, you gotta find a way to make other stuff happen.
Yeah. And now, do you find yourself actually sitting down and analyzing even more and actually making a plan, or do you find yourself just continuing just to write songs and everything? What do you find yourself doing more?
I feel like I actually make a plan, like do this circumstance that happened. I talk about with my family, like what is something that's like we can make happen, and before. So once this virus ends, we can come along with it.
Yeah, that's dope. Like I said, artists, always stay true to yourself, stay determined, stay productive. The moves are always ready to be made. So, obviously, after this is all over, we're gonna get back into the showcases and everything like that. What is it like performing for you, my brother? Like, with just having, you already have this demeanor a passion moving across the board, right? So you've been a performer, basically playing basketball and everything like that. So now, how's that transpired or transitioned into now when you perform on a showcase?
It's just like basketball being on a big stage. Like you getting nervous before the tip off.
Yeah.
You get nervous before the tip off, and then once I get on stage, once it's like the ball dropping, like you ready to perform. You know, at first it was a little nerve wracking. Like I had my first show was on SOBs. It was a big contest, whatever, and I ended up winning the whole showcase.
That's fine.
So all the bros came out that night. We went on a party bus. They pulled up.
Y'all pulled up different. Yeah.
They pulled up and supported me, and I ended up like taking my shirt off, going through the stage. Like once you get that vibe, that feeling, like you just want to have fun with it. Like, and I went through the crowd. Everybody was turned up, from young people to the adults that was there. And we turned up. It was real fun. It was a dope experience.
That's fine. You're there first, man. Always follow your passion, follow your dreams. Music, show it, define it. Chris Cross is in the building. Tell them how they can book you, follow you, everything, my brother.
Y'all follow me on Instagram at Chris Cross, CRISSXROSS_. Make It is out on all platforms right now. Broken Promises is out on all platforms. I just did a song with my bro Mika Velli. It's called Last Time. That's on SoundCloud right now. So y'all go check all them songs out. We got big things coming. I got a mixtape called Crossover coming out. And that's gonna be a classic. I'll let y'all heard it here first right now. It's got a bunch of vibes on it. It's gonna get crazy.
I can't wait to that drop, yo. You're there first, man. We are Jersey Magazine, Chris Cross.
Jersey turned up entertainment. Entertainment.